Right now, our team's producing thousands of videos every single month for multiple apps, and they're using that content to cut down their costs per install while growing organically at the same time. So in this video, I'm going to break down this 5-step system that makes this possible, step by step, so that you can stop burning money on paid ads with nothing to show for it on organic and build the same machine. So here's the story I hear constantly. A founder decides that UGC is worth testing. They hire 5 creators, they give them a vague brief, they publish 20 videos, and then nothing works. And they're like, oh, UGC doesn't work for me. No, you just didn't build anything. You didn't build the right thing. So the problem was not the creators, the content. The problem was that you didn't do it enough so that you even knew if it works or not, right? You had no angles to it. And an angle, to be specific, is not the same as a hook or a format. And without these defined angles, all of your creators will be guessing, you will be guessing, and that just means burning money faster, okay? And this is not a marketing strategy. This is a decision that determines whether anyone will care about what you're trying to sell or not. So here's how to do this correctly. And what I mean by angles, you need to understand your audience's exact language, your user's exact language. And you don't do it on Gemini or ChatGPT. We don't want AI summaries of what they say. We want actual words. So you need to go and look for App Store reviews, yours and competitors, Reddit threads, Twitter conversations, wherever your people hang out on. You need to go look for what they say specifically when topics around the pain you're solving, what you're solving with your app comes up. That might mean like TikTok comment sections, YouTube, whatever it is, right? So you need to pull those direct phrases, and then you can use AI to figure out what the angles, like emotional angles to pitch your product with would be. And yeah, you would group them in like specific buckets of the angles you could attack from, and those would be validated angles. Those are things people care about. And then the only thing you need to do is you need to have a way where you communicate those effectively to your target audience, right? So that's where creators come in. And the thing is, even the sharpest angles in the world are useless if, again, like the creators and the people delivering them are wrong. So let's cover how to fix that quickly. I want you to hear this clearly, because I've watched so many mistakes in like people trying to do UGC campaigns that had solid potential and the real budget, then they failed. It's like when you're sourcing for creators, you don't need a lot of them. You don't need dozens of creators. You need 5. That's good. And you shouldn't look for people with existing audiences that are already like established. That's the wrong filter. You need to look for people who will be able to deliver the thing you want. They're coachable. They speak the language of your user. So if you're targeting Gen Z, there's someone who's Gen Z, who would be relevant for Gen Z, who would be able to tap into the culture and speak the same language as your user. Those are the people you need. And you don't only need to hire them, you need to nurture them. So those people become a part of the team. You need to nurture them. You need to make sure their needs are met. Again, treat them as staff, as team members. It's not like a creator, you can ditch them, right? It's like you need to get these creators in, you need to nurture them, make them feel a part of the team, and make sure that they have everything they need in order to deliver the thing that you want, right? So again, you need to focus on people who feel natural and very close to your audience. They perform better and they cost a fraction of what an influencer would charge. It's typically like 20 to 50 times less than what an influencer post would be. And to be clear, you would need the same volume of posts to understand what works from an influencer account than you would with a creator account, because you don't know who's good and you don't know whether or not the posts they're making would actually drive sales. So what I would recommend is just create an application process, something simple like a forms, then get them on a call. Always get them on a call. Understand exactly if they're a fit, if they're not a fit, from their commitment level to what you need them to do, etc. And then make sure that the expectations are set. So very simple. Forms, call, and then, just review some stuff together and get them in. Now, if you don't have a direct connection or a direct network of creators, you can use stuff like marketplaces, established marketplaces like SideShift, for example, to get very good creators. And you can also just set up an outbound team internally to reach out to creators, though that will most likely take a longer time. Your acceptance rate will be very, very low. Now, before you do any of this, if you're watching this and thinking, okay, this makes sense, but I don't really have the bandwidth or the team or the staff to build this, that's what we do at Bluetooth. So our team builds and manages the entire UGC production system for apps, web apps, consumer apps. We map angles, source the creators, place them, script everything, run daily diagnosis diagnostics. We have our own data tracking platform, and we've done this at scale with some of the most famous apps in the world. We've taken a lot of them to #1 in the App Store repeatedly. So if you want to talk about what this looks like for your app specifically, the link is in the description. But for now, let's just keep going. So section 3 would be on the scripting side. So let's say you have one tight script or one tight angle that's working really well for your freshly picked creators. Now, what you need to do, it's like most likely if you just give them one script to follow, every video will sound the same. So what you need to do is, instead of giving them a strict script, you need to give them a modular framework. Modular meaning separate things by buckets. So hook, introduce problem, introduce failed solutions, tell story, CTA. Right? So those be buckets, and then they can, in a more kind of free way, adjust what they would want to do. Typically, you get these modular frameworks by looking at adjacent industries and videos that went viral for products in those industries. And you can figure out, okay, here are the modular frameworks we could do for these creators. And then, yeah, you just scale the best one, right? So then next step would be you need to post at volume on every platform, okay? If you're creating 100 videos a week, why are you only posting on TikTok? Why are you not 5xing it by posting on Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, Snapchat Spotlight, YouTube Shorts, like everywhere you can? Why would that not be the case? So just take the volume that's created and make sure that you're distributing that volume accordingly, because that is how you get data at scale. You don't need a lot more creators. It's so stupid, people who just focus on volume. If you have a real system, you can focus on the team you have, nurture them, and make sure that what's created is distributed properly. But all this posting volume, also without a system to analyze or a feedback loop, is super chaotic. So what I'm about to tell you just will turn all of this posting into a learning loop and into something that you can engineer to be working in your favor. So that is running daily diagnostics. So you need someone in the team, whether that's you or you hire for it. I recommend one of these for every 5 creators, like a creator manager, where daily they look at everything and they say, hey, from the example we sent you and what you created, this is what's missing and this is why your video didn't work. Change this one thing for tomorrow. And they do that for every single creator every day. And you're looking at the data every day: views, watch rate, engagement rate, comments, everything, to understand what to change, what not to change. That's a full-time job, right? So you need to have someone that does that so that you can find the winners faster. And that's the only reason why volume is even valuable. It's like volume is useless if you don't have a system and people behind it that understand what they're doing, that are deep daily in the trenches, looking at every video and correcting what needs to be corrected. So this is the heavy lifting. The most expensive part of this whole operation is finding your first winner, whether that's a winner ad or a winner organic post. And like, once you do, you can just completely scale it. One ad winner can last you 6 months. It's like, yes, there's a lot of heavy lifting and front-loaded investment, time, money, all of these things, but it is the new age marketing. It is the new way of you making sure that your ad spend is being allocated correctly and that you're being relevant for your user base so that you can grow your app and stay relevant, stay on the top charts. Now that's the full system. You map angles, source the right creators, have modular scripts, post at volume, then have daily diagnostics. And this is the exact operational system my team runs to produce thousands of UGC videos a month for app companies that honestly pay a fraction of what they would be paying if they were just running paid ads. And the difference between people who build this and the ones who just go back and do what's comfortable is the execution. So you either build the system yourself and you know exactly how, or you need to work with a team that already has the infrastructure in place. So if you want to talk about option 2, if you want to talk to us, the link's in the description. And if you're a serious founder or studio doing paid ads and you want to add organic at scale so that you can scale faster, stay relevant, rank top charts in the App Store, come check it out. Thank you for watching.